Hello, hi guys. This is Irene from the Nditha Show. The Nditha Show is all about personal development, personal growth, mindset change, becoming the best version of yourself, and just basically growing on a day-to-day basis and in each and every area of your life. Last week, I shot the show on Instagram and then later posted the video on Facebook, but I don't know if most of you did not see that video. But I hope that I would just encourage you to go back to that to last week's show and click on it and watch it. I spoke to one Rachel Swande, who is a Malawian computer scientist, and she just gave us such value, and it was so amazing talking to her. And I think some of the key points that I learned from her is the fact that she stressed the need for us to do away with the fear, that if we are going to achieve our dreams, if we're going to reach out for our dreams, we need to believe in them and we need to do away with the fear. And she encouraged all of us to dream in color. And what a time to be alive, and what a time for the Malawian young people to be alive, that we can take the opportunities that are everywhere around us and just grab them and run with them. And I think that's the essence of the Nditha Show, is just to encourage you, whatever you're into, whether be it baking, or it is about designing, or it's about decorations, or it's about being a scientist, or it's about whatever business that you're dreaming about or starting. We want you to do it. We want you to start it, because once you start it, we know that you're going to be of service to somebody and you're going to bring value to the marketplace, which is going to elevate how you're going to feel about yourself, and it's going to empower you to become the best version of yourself. Because once you start, then that's it. There's no turning back. And starting is the most difficult time, the most difficult thing. I want to encourage you to start. Whatever you want to do, whatever you want to start, I want to encourage you to start today. And that brings us to today's topic, because today, this is just a solo show. This is just me giving you tips. These are tips that I think I got sometime in March this year, and I was going back to them and I was like, okay, fine, I need to share with my Nditha Nation on these tips. And these are 6 tips to help you, to help us to become the successful people that we want to be. And this is just gonna be really short and straight to the point. Number 1 tip is, if you want to be successful, if you want to do something, put yourself in the game. Come to think of it, if let's say you've got a player and this player dreams of scoring goals, but they dread the idea of being part of the team, or being featured as featured in the team, how are they going to score the goals? It's not going to happen, because they're going to be sitting on the bench. Now, when you're sitting on the bench, there's no way you're going to score goals, because you're watching, all right? So as an entrepreneur, as a dreamer, as a creator, as an innovator, whatever you want to do, you have to put yourself in the game. You have to know what it is, what action to take for you to be playing in the game in order for you to score. All right. So don't be afraid of taking the action that's going to push you to get the results that you are looking for. Number 2 tip that successful people really use is that successful people are not waiting to be rescued. I think for some of us, we're sitting back and thinking and hoping and dreaming and desiring stuff, but we're not willing to take the action. We're not willing to put ourselves out there and to get things done. We're sitting back waiting for somebody to come and to say, all right, to validate you, to tell you that actually you're good enough to do something. Come to think of it, if you're going to act like that, you're not going to achieve your goals. You're not going to do anything. But you have to be your own cheerleader. You have to be the one that gets up, dusts yourself, tells yourself, I'm gonna do this, and you're gonna start to take the action to do what you want to do. Those are Nditha moves, all right? So successful people are not waiting to be rescued. Decide that you are your own hero. Don't wait for somebody else to be your own hero. Then you you're going to be sitting back and feeling frustrated and feeling like, why am I not doing stuff? Why am I not realizing my dreams? You're not going to realize your dreams if you're not taking the action, if you're not putting yourself in the scary situations, if you're not putting yourself in the zone, if you're not learning, if you're not growing, if you're not hunting for the information, you're not going to get it, because nobody is going to come and give you things on a silver platter. You have to create your own reality. And so decide today that you are your own hero. No one else is coming to save you. Number 3 tip is that successful people, they take risks. All right, so it's okay to take risks. It's okay for you to be abnormal, to live the life you want. You're gonna have to take risks, because if you're not taking risks, if you're not being any different than anyone else, there's no reason why you should get to be treated in a certain way. There's no reason for you to be favored. There's no reason for you to have, a fat bank account when you're not taking actions that are going to make you a fat bank account. All right, so if you want to do things, you have to be willing to take calculated risks. All right, and then number 4 is they don't spend, they invest. Don't be afraid to spend money. I think when you're in business, it's like in order for you to make money, you're gonna have to spend money. You have to buy products, you have to buy stocks, you have to take the risk. Even you're buying these things and you're not even sure are all of them going to be taken up on the market. All right, but don't look at it like you're spending. Look at it as if you are investing. That's what successful people do. That's why they're able to take the risks that they take, because they're looking at it as if they're making an investment. All right, so if you're a business person, I'm sure you'd agree with me that this is indeed true, that every day you're taking some sort of a risk in order for you to realize a return. So if you're a newbie and you want to start a business, you want to do something different and it requires you to spend money, go ahead and take that money and trust and believe that once you put down that money, somehow the universe is gonna respond to you and is gonna give you your investment back. All right, number 5, they believe in themselves and their work. All right, so successful people believe in themselves and their work. How are you going to start to do this? How are you going to start to do this? Let's say you're in a business that, let's say you're in a tailoring business. For you to show that you believe in your work, you have to be dressing in your creations, so that when people see them, they can then go like, oh, okay, so they're able to do something like that. Then they're going to come to you and ask you to make an outfit for them. Or say you are, in whatever business you're doing, you have to show people that you believe in what you're doing, so that they can also believe in you. So as a person, as an entrepreneur, get behind your products. Okay, I'm wearing my hair. This is my hair. I've got a side hustle called IDH and Beauty Parlor. All right, so I sell Brazilian hair bundles, and I wear my own hair because when people see my hair, sometimes they go like, oh, I like your hair, and then they're gonna want to have something similar. So I believe in my products. I am trusting and believing in my products, and that way I give people confidence to also try my hair and to believe in my products. So if they say you're in the service industry, you have to believe in your work. You have to be able to get behind your work, so that you're able to talk about it confidently. You know the ins and outs of it, so that if you're asked anything, you're able to give feedback and you're able to give value to the marketplace. That's what successful people do. They believe in their work. Number 6, and the final one, they walk their talk. This is something that I am learning, I think it's so cool for you to acknowledge the fact that we are all work in progress, and that we get better on a day-to-day basis. And as an entrepreneur, as a business person, or even as an employee, you have to walk your talk. If you've committed something to a client or whatever, you have to be able to put down the goods. You have to be able to deliver. That way people start to take you seriously, and they start coming to you for more and more of your service. So there you have it. Those are the 6 tips of really successful people. Just a quick recap. Number 1, it was you have to put yourself in the game. Number 2, successful people are not waiting to be rescued. They decide to become their own hero. Number 3, they take risks. Number 4, they don't spend, they invest. So start looking at whatever money transaction that you're doing in your business or whatever you're doing. Start looking at it as an investment, not necessarily as an expense. And then number 5, they believe in themselves and their work. And also number 6, and the final one, they walk their talk. Let us all be able to learn a thing or two from these tips so that we can move our hustles forward. This is Irene Mpato of the Nditha Show. Next week I'm gonna be back with a guest. I'm sure I'm gonna have a guest, and I'm gonna tell you more about it later in the week. But otherwise, I wish you a beautiful Sunday afternoon, and much love. Peace. Bye. Love, Irene. Bye bye. See you next week. See you.